What is up, good people? Jungle Ink here. Hope you're doing well. I'd like everyone out there watching this video, take a deep breath, relax, and know XRP is going to be fine. You know, you're seeing a lot of discussions out there about XRP needs to do this or that, and these are the problems. And we've talked about that for some time on this channel. But the reason is, so as these issues started bubbling up, and I knew they would, you've already been exposed to this, you understand what's going on, and this is just a natural part of growing as a blockchain, as a community. It's not the end of the world. No, everything is not perfect with XRP. It's not perfect with really anything in life, no less blockchain. And we're just going to have to get through this period and on to the next growth phase for XRP. I told you when that court case ended that we're not going to see XRP rip up to all-time highs, that XRP is not cheap. It is actually quite valuable. And when you're looking at valuations, it's going to take a lot to get this sucker going, but it will. Just relax, let it develop, and we're going to really, get into it. But you look at things like Solana right now. Solana is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's overtaken everything. What's its big claim to fame? Well, it just, barely passed XRP. And you talk about all these other wonderful blockchains. Most of them are wildly less valuable, less trading volume. Like XRP is fine. Just know that. And the reason we discuss these topics is because I know they're going to be important down the road. You've been exposed to them, and you've already thought about these issues. We see Vet here. He's talking about, these discussions that are going on right now, that there's a culture problem within the XRP community. First and foremost, we don't have much effect on XRP, its direction, its value, unless you are one of the chosen 35 UNL members that actually get a say, get a vote, unless you are a developer that can go out there and build interesting applications, nothing you can do. Just sit back and kind of watch this develop. And really what will drive value is the things that XRP, that it's good at, if that's going to be important for the future. And I think being able to transfer value fast and cheap, being reliable, over a decade running, no issues, having that built-in DEX and all of those feature sets and pathfinding algorithms, I think that will be important for the future. That's why I'm confident we'll get there. But it's not the culture in terms of the XRP investors issue. It's not our job to support people, to get behind projects and lift them to greatness. Builders have to build things that people want to use. The user, the investor, they may not even know what that thing is. That's not our job to dream up. If you're a builder, you have to build it. And if it sucks, if it doesn't really do anything that's valuable, that keeps people coming back to use it, that's not the culture's problem. That's not the investor's problem. That darn sure ain't the user's problem. That's the problem with the builder. Got to go back to the drawing board and build something that's compelling that people have to use. And that's really the point. And I believe that will come to this blockchain because it's so good at certain things that are going to be, valuable use cases. And so those visionaries are going to come here and build those systems because they're going to make a lot of money doing so. And the support will roll in. If you build a useful system, XRP users will use it. It's as simple as that. Further, again, we get no vote or say-so about what features get added or what doesn't, or when it's time to, activate AMMs, or should we get, stable coins. We don't get a say on that. We can run validators. We can participate in the way we want, but we don't get a vote. So the point of looking at this as an investor is just to understand what's going on, but also to know that this isn't our job. And even if we want to help, we're blocked out. We can't help. So it's as simple as that. Understand what's going on, the process we're going through, where we will end up. But irregardless of all these squabbles and these issues, XRP is going to perform in this upcoming bull run. Further, there will be another bull run where cryptocurrencies go wild. I see a lot of people questioning that. Maybe this is as good as it gets. Maybe our best days are behind us. Not by a long shot. You haven't seen anything yet. I can't tell you when it starts, if it's tomorrow, later this year, next year. I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller, but I do know that this is a valuable technology, and crypto will start performing again like it always has. We see this post here by Hodl Maxi. And he's saying complaining that XRP is only good for payments is like complaining that your car is only good for driving. I kind of agree with that, but I'll tell you this. It's not proven that payments is a great use case for crypto. At least it's the main utility vector. I believe it is. It's the genesis problem that crypto set out to solve, right? Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer payment system without an intermediary. That's what Satoshi was trying to solve. David was trying to build a better Bitcoin. That was all he was trying to do when he built out the XRP ledger. And so I believe what's going on right now is all the focus is on DeFi and gaming and, different sectors of crypto utility. And I think it will swing back to payments. And payments will be one of those, first apps that really drive real world adoption. Just regular folks that want to complete a task. They don't care about blockchain. They don't care what's behind the technology stack behind their actions. They just know when they use this app, it's really quick, it's really cheap, and so they're going to use it. And I think it'll swing back where payments are vitally important. But that hasn't been proven yet. And so really long term, past this bull run, but the next 5 years or so within cryptocurrencies, that's going to be the question. Are payments a good utility use case for a blockchain? Again, I believe it is. It's one of the reasons why I'm in XRP. I believe that pendulum will swing back to payments, but that's not been proven. So we will have to see, and that's everything. We've heard back in the day where early on, a lot of people didn't feel DeFi was going to be a game changer. David Schwartz said, maybe DeFi is great, but payments will be first. Well, the ordering we know was not correct. DeFi ended up being this juggernaut, application, but that doesn't mean that payments won't again emerge and be really successful. And I believe they will. But only time will show that, and that has not been proven to date. We see this article from The Hill to close out this video. Why is the SEC still allowing crypto to run wild? And I think it's simple. They have no authority to regulate it, at least most things within crypto. Of course, if I'm using it as a conduit to raise money from investors for my enterprise, of course, that would be governed by the SEC. If I'm wrapping some sort of security and trading it on the blockchain, the underlying assets of security, there are aspects of cryptocurrencies that the SEC would have authority over, but the broader space, your Bitcoins, your Ethereums, your XRPs, those actual tokens, those are commodities, and they can't do anything about it. We probably need some updated laws in this country, so it's not a wild, wild west type of deal. But, the SEC just does not have the power or authority to do anything, and that's why they're allowing crypto to quote-unquote run wild. Actually, they're getting in our way instead of doing their job. And that should be the question The Hill should ask. Why doesn't the SEC do the best they can to bring some semblance of compliance to this space? Because they could do deals. They could have done a deal with Ripple. They could do deals with Coinbase and Binance, because they'll do the deals just to get them out of their hair. If it's reasonable, if it's doable, if the ask is somewhat logical. But that's what Gary Gensler refuses to admit, that he doesn't have authority over this space. And the best thing he could do is go in there and negotiate. He can't do it by force, but he could do a lot of good by negotiating with these companies. And most of the crypto space, they want to follow the law, and they actually want to be sound systems. So they would negotiate clear terms in order to build a better business, a better crypto ecosystem here in the US. And you would see, investors protected and investments explode. It would be a win-win for everyone. And the sooner he realizes that he doesn't write the laws, and by sheer force, he can't bring this space into quote-unquote compliance, the better he will do. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see that. He is tired, he looks defeated, and I think he's just going to run out the rest of his clock, and we'll see what the next SEC chair can do. Maybe it'll be more successful. We'll have to see. And hopefully Congress gets to work here and we get some sort of, regulations rolling out, some new laws rolling out. And again, we're not going to fix everything in a day, but we need to get there. Let me know what you think down below. Again, I'm telling you, XRP is going to be just fine. Crypto in general is going to be just fine. This is part of the game, and it's a long road to the bull run. But then remember this, that's exhausting in its own right. If you remember that last bull run, it ran forever. And it can be quite stressful. So really just pace yourself, relax, because the real stressful times, the fun and games when prices are soaring, that's just down the road here. You got to prepare yourself for that. Let me know what you think down below. And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.